Let me ask a question. Is living a life without significance really worth living? You know, I'll never forget the night I got a call. It was about 11 on a Tuesday evening, and a high-powered CEO that I'd coached for years, someone most would call probably a unicorn. They said 5 words that stopped me cold. They said, Rick, I feel completely empty. Now here's the thing. They were 7-figure income, beautiful family, corner office, industry respect. From the outside they were winning, but inside, burned out, numb, drifting, and feeling insignificant. Anyone ever feel that way? See, that's the hidden cost of leadership success. It's what happens when you build a life of achievement without significance. Now here's the truth that nobody's saying out loud. Success without significance is a slow death. And the truth is, it's everywhere. After over 2 decades of coaching thousands of leaders, I've seen it too many times. Success ends up actually becoming a ceiling. Achievement, it becomes this addiction, and burnout, well, it becomes inevitable. But it doesn't have to be that way. You weren't created to simply succeed. You were born limitless. You were created to live a life of influence, impact, and a future filled with a hope. Today I'm going to show you how to bridge the gap between success and significance. So you don't just lead well, you actually live well. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the roadmap to significance, the framework I've used to help leaders break free from success fatigue and step into a legacy worth leaving. Are you ready? Let's dive in. So first, you need to understand the success trap. And the scariest part is, you don't see it until you're already in it. It's the lie of normal. The belief that more titles, more wins, more hustle will eventually produce peace. But here's the truth I've learned. Success without significance, it's a hollow victory. You see, success ends when you die. Here's the thing about significance. It's the ripple of your life, and it continues to impact lives long after you're gone. You may be admired, but are you aligned? You may be accomplished, but are you alive? Remember that executive that I mentioned? He's been climbing a mountain for 20 years, and then he realized it was the wrong mountain. So I often ask my clients 3 simple but really disruptive questions. Would what you're building matter if you stopped showing up tomorrow? Are you creating impact or just income? And do you go to bed fulfilled or just exhausted? The reality, most are climbing fast, but they're going up the wrong mountain. Research calls this the arrival fallacy. It's the belief that when we get there, we'll finally feel better. But there never delivers what it promises. If you're keeping score, you feel like you're always 1 run behind. So what do? Well, I think it begins by redefining the scorecard. That is where everything starts to change. What you measure becomes what you value. If you only measure success, you're going to chase it forever. But if you measure significance, you're going to unlock the limitless life that you were born and created for. The tool I use is the Significance Scorecard. You can download it through the link in the notes. The scorecard looks at 3 metrics that I want to share with you. It looks at impact, growth, and fulfillment. The impact metrics asks how many lives are changing because of your leadership. It asks, are you developing leaders or just managing followers? There's a difference. What legacy are you actively building? See, this growth metrics, it asks, are you growing? Is your faith deeper? Are your relationships richer? The fulfillment metrics asks, do you still have energy for what matters most? Are your values driving your calendar, or are you reacting to someone else's? And when you shift from chasing revenue and success to measuring transformation, revenue grows. Team morale, it explodes, and joy returns. Why? Because you're aligned with who you were created to be, not who you were expected to be. Are you ready to make a shift? If you said yes, you need to know that it begins with our mindset. This is where most leaders fall back into the old patterns. This mindset shift requires something our old world doesn't always reward. The shift is towards servant leadership. It's not just a title, it's not a buzzword, it's actually a mindset. What we believe to our core. To move from success to significance, we have to shift our mindset from what we can get to what we can give. That's why I seek to start every morning asking, who can I serve today? and end every night by asking, what impact did I make today? Each week, I reflect on what legacy am I building and am I aligned with my purpose? This isn't soft or weak. This is strong, foundational to living a life of significance. If you've followed me for any length of time, you know I'm a person of faith. For me, this mindset shift came when I surrendered the need to prove something, and I fully embraced my identity in Christ. I've learned that when my identity is rooted in who God says I am, I stop chasing empty trophies and start building eternal ones. Now, regardless of your faith, the best leaders I know, they don't lead to be seen, they lead to serve. They believe in something greater than themselves. So I want to ask you a question. Are you ready to design your life of significance? Now here's the thing, significance doesn't happen by default. It happens by design. It's not accidental, it's actually intentional. If you want a life free from burnout that multiplies impact and influence and leads to a life of significance, you need systems and processes that support it. Now, here are the 4 areas for intentional focus with powerful questions to ask and answer. The first one, focus on intentional development. Ask, who are you pouring into this week and what is one thing you want to give them? 2, times of regular reflection. Are you elevating and exceeding expectations or simply executing and meeting expectations? The third is make values-based decisions. Are your choices and decisions anchored in what you say you believe, or are they driven by the loudest voice and the values of others? Number 4, commit to legacy thinking. Are your daily choices building something worth living, or are they simply meeting the need in that moment? Now, once you've asked and answered these questions, I'd ask you to take a hard look at your calendar and ask this question. Is it filled with success activities or significance priorities? Remember, success is not a bad word and it's worthy to pursue, but you can be successful and never reach significance. The difference is when you pursue significance, you will always be successful. This shift from success to significance, it's not going to happen by accident. It's an intentional choice. It takes courage, commitment, and community. And it begins with these simple truths. First thing I always tell people is you were born limitless. You were created for more, not stuff, not things, but impact, influence, a future, and a hope. You, my friend, were designed with significance in mind. I believe this. And the best part, you don't have to do this alone. Now let me get personal for just a minute. I believe that you were created for significance. That's my core value. Yet some of us have given up and stopped believing it's possible. Maybe that's you. Maybe you've settled for something less than what you were actually born and created for. Or maybe you are already successful, but you feel like there's gotta be more. You just aren't sure how to get there. I'm here to help. This is my superpower. We've created a private Facebook community, The Limitless Leader, and a powerful coaching app called Living Limitless. I want to invite you to join the community now. Download the Living Limitless app. Hey, inside this app, I'm excited. You're going to get access to exclusive tools, personalized coaching in real time, the Designing Your Limitless Life guide, and a community to help you go from burned out to fired up, from success to significance. Now, the link to both is in the description. Let's build something that lasts together. Let's lead with legacy. Let's live limitless. Your road to significance is only an app download away. So download the Living Limitless app and join the Limitless Leader private Facebook community. Get started with the Significance Scorecard, and let's grow together. I'll see you on the inside.